Welcome back to the conclusion of the trilogy of the books I wrote when I was like 12 to 14 years old. I'm not sure when this one was written. It was written very shortly after The Blue Pieces and the Phantom, which is the second book in the series. This is the third book. And I guess I'll just give commentary as usual. I won't hold myself back or anything. So this is the last completed book of this series. There is one that started, a fourth book, that I never finished. It never finished. So this is the last finished work in this universe. Summary. Since our story ended, there have been several attacks from Samonican across the planet. It's about time the Stormy Squad put an end to his reign of terror. Which is interesting that the Stormy Squad has to do it, because there's quite a number of powerful groups, powerful beings, entities, characters. They're all over the world. Characters that could ragdoll Samonican, honestly. But it's storytelling, you do what you gotta do. Where's the squad in Stormy Squad Adventures? Captured. Archano's Quest. I'm not sure why I decided to go with this plot of Archano having a quest. I'm not sure it really lasts that long. Prologue. Again, I don't like prologues. They're not very good. Prologue. The story of Simon Neekin. Many years ago, when the DSA was the SSH, there was a secret system known as DTS. DJ Terrorizing System, admitted to be his worst idea. Originally for mere fun, such as filling your mouth with tea then spitting it out, making a gagging sound and watch people in disgust, or just staring at people creepily. There was one who took terrorizing too seriously. Although it's not clear what DJ meant by terror if he didn't mean blunt terrorism. His name was Simon Neekin. He beat people, choked people, and even stabbed someone once. DJ heard about it and terminated the DTS. No one has heard of him since. So I think it's funny that the main character, the hero of the story, was a terrorist. He started a terrorist organization for fun. And someone took terrorism a little too seriously, and admittedly didn't do things that were really that bad. I mean, he stabbed someone, that's the worst thing he did. But really, there's some people that say, oh, well, beating people up, that's not that bad. Right? We certainly see people like that. And I bet you can't guess who Simon Neekin is. I'm sure you have no clue who this Simon Neekin can possibly be. Chapter 1. What's everyone up to? The last time the Stormy Squad has seen each other was at Jack's wedding. He got married to his longtime girlfriend, whose real name only he knows. Everyone just calls her Jack's pet name for her, Cookie. As of now, Jack is enjoying a normal life with his wife somewhere in Virginia. The most action he's had was when someone cut him off. He imagined him turning around and driving backwards, and Archano comes out of the back of his truck with the headband, and the black stuff under his eyes, and the jumpsuit on a turret. But instead he beeped the horn and said, "Scumbag!" He is expecting a baby soon and is very excited to tell him of all his exciting adventures. That's what Jack's up to. So this is honestly kind of funny. The way it's written is so bad. It does not paint at all the picture. But Jack is a complete psycho. He imagined Archano in the back of his truck with a machine gun going and then shooting the guy that cut him off. So Jack's an absolute psycho, and I think that's kind of funny. Mellow D hasn't been doing much. In fact, he's doing the least. Wow. He's still on Smiley Planet, basically writing songs and chilling with the Rock Bros. Oh, he did do a hip-hop dance with Papa Mike. Papa Mike is my grandfather. So, and right now the idea of him doing a hip-hop dance is quite funny. He likes to sit around and think about how cool it was when they faced the evil generator and their search for the spiritual bears. He's just reminiscing, he's vibing. That's what Melody's up to. Archano's been training with the ancient masters on Cozy Island. He's learned to super condense his muscles so he can gain more without ever losing speed. He's been agility training with the masters, also learning Smiley Palace style. He also learned to play the drums and mandolin. That's what Archano's been up to. DJ has been desperately training to defeat Simonican once and for all. It is said that he has almost unlocked a new power, the Mega Form. But who knows? Can you tell I like Dragon Ball Z? Now, these big blocks of white, I think there's actually art. There's some art that I illustrated for this, very poorly in Microsoft Paint, might I add. Unfortunately, I don't think it made it into the Google Doc. Chapter 2, The Power of Neat Germ. DJ thinks it's time to reassemble the squad to defeat the Glug Glug army and free the planet from terror, which apparently just exists, but has not affected anyone since I didn't feel the need to write that it had affected anyone. He starts with Mellow D, who's the easiest to find. He goes to the Rock Bros house and sees him doing nothing. He tells him the situation, and he agrees to go. Then Archano, who's mastered Palace style the day before, agrees to go. Then he sends Jack an email. Then gets an email from Jack accepting the challenge. He'll be there in a couple days. So this Glug Glug army threat and the planet being terrorized, everyone's just been sort of vibing. Melody's been making music. Archano's just been learning martial arts. And he mastered the Palace style the day before. Isn't that convenient? Meanwhile, Johnny heard that DJ needed glasses for his nearsightedness. So he sends DJ a video message about some sort of stat glasses called Neat Germ. So they head to the testing grounds. It probably was around this time that I learned I needed glasses. I don't know. This is definitely before 2010. So I was at the oldest 15. I was at the oldest 15 when I wrote this. These are some lore about the word Neat Germ. My sister, I don't talk to her anymore, but she came up with so much funny stuff. She was such a creative boon for sure. So much of this stuff, a lot of this stuff that inspired a lot of these stories came from her antics. So we were at a farmer's market or something, and she was reading the ingredients, I guess, the products, and there was a wheat germ in there, and she says, "Ooh, wheat germ." She pronounced germ germ, and that was pretty funny. And I liked wheat germ so much that I just called it Neat Germ, because that's what you do. You just change one letter and you have something new. These are the Neat Germ stat glasses. They have a zooming feature with an advanced stat information system. It can measure someone's power level, energy level, sexiness level, and coolness level. It also measures Smiley power units. Easily the coolest thing since the digital synchronizer, says Johnny. Did you say sexiness level? Asks DJ. Sure did, says Johnny. DJ giggles to himself. I wouldn't say this is exactly like plagiarizing Dragon Ball. I wouldn't say this is like plagiarism. I would say it's more of a parody, since there's power level, energy level, sexiness level, and coolness level. Of course, all this is so much to keep up with. And you're basically saying, like, you remove all tension from the story when you just say, this guy's power level is 8 and this guy's power level is 20. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? We don't know. It's just a numbers game then. That's not really a story, is it? And this is too much to keep up with. Like, every character has a certain attack, and I think that's what this SPU is. It measures how powerful, like, an energy-based attack is, these SPUs. I think that's what it is. We'll see later, though. But DJ is ready to test his sexiness level. Chapter 3. Jack arrives. A few days later, Jack arrives. They decide to go to the new pizza place to catch up and chat. Jack tells them all about his new house and stuff. Ooh, the pizza's here. Time to eat. Or maybe not. There's a huge hair in it. Sickening. They hurry up and leave before the check comes. On the way back to their house in Palace City, they talk about the pizza, when DJ says, yeah, it was a little too hairy for Jack's taste. This is actually based on something that happened. I wasn't there for it, of course, but it's a story of when I went on vacation with like my entire family, and they went to this like world's largest pizza on the boardwalk. They got the pizza and there was a hair in it. I don't remember who said this. It might have been a guy named Kip. Kip might have said, yeah, it was a little too hairy for JR's taste. Or something. Hey Jack, check out my new glasses. They're called Neat Gurm Stat Glasses. It can measure power level and sexiness level, says DJ. Oh, what's my sexiness level, asks Jack. I don't know, let me check mine first. Whoa, 297, says DJ. Okay, now you. What? 298? No way! Yes, yells Jack as he jumps off the couch. Boom! He goes to sit back down and falls and hits his head. Yes, for me, says DJ. Now you're a 296. DJ gets up and wham! Crotch shot. But he misses and whacks himself in the woe zone. And it wasn't just a straight down hit, it was a snap of the wrist. Ha! What are you now? Asks Jack, smugly. 295. Yes! Back on top, where I belong. This is kind of funny, I guess. A little banter between DJ and Jack, where they're arguing over their sexiness. Undoubtedly, Jack, for certain, like I said, Jack is just like a taller and better looking version of me. So I'm kind of being really generous to myself when I'm giving myself a 296. Saying, see, Jack's sexier than me, but just by this much, just by a little bit. Chapter 4. Captured. The squad gets ready to go to bed. Tomorrow they're going to meet with the Smileys. But during the night, Glug Glugs break into the house. What are they doing? They're picking the beds up. They can't pick Archano up, though, because he's too heavy. So they just duct tape him to the bed. They're all such sound sleepers, so they all get kidnapped in the middle of the night. I kind of like this. What are they doing? They're picking the beds up. It's like the narrator is surprised at what's happening. I kind of like that. The narrator is watching all this happen, and even he's surprised at this. That's kind of funny. In the morning, Archano just wakes up as he normally would. He doesn't even notice the tape. He just wanders around. Then he realizes that no one's home. So he calls Melody's digital synchronizer. Hello? Wait, where am I? Bars? I'm in a prison. What happened last night? Says Melody in a panic. What? Says Archano. It seems as if I've been arrested. Either that or I'm in some dungeon, says Melody. Dungeon? What do I do? Are the others there with you? Asks Archano. Get some smileys and follow the beacon on the digital synchronizer. I don't know where I am, but you can follow the radar. Okay, I'll do just that. We're actually getting... This is the most Melody has ever spoken. I'm almost confident. This is the most Melody has ever said. I'm not sure we're getting much personality from either of them yet. We're seeing a lot of concern from Archano. He's very concerned about his friends. He's ready to hop into action. What am I supposed to do? And he asks Melody, who is the smartest person on the team. Melody comes up with the plan to use the radar on their digital synchronizer, the GPS, really. Archano calls Donnie, Choppy, and the Baby Bros, and they agree to help find Melody and the Stormy Squad. He did call Cousin Carbon, but he was busy. You've seen Donnie, Choppy, and really, the Baby Bros, they have a number of different names. The Baby Bros, the Rock Bros. I think I like the Rock Bros the best. But it's Rocky and Donnie Baby Jr. You've seen all of them. If you haven't seen them, go watch the What I Use as Action Figures video, and you get to see a lot of these characters. Again, Cousin Carbon. The Cousin Carbon character came from when I played the game Kirby Squeak Squad. Yeah, Kirby Squeak Squad was released in 2006. I don't think I played it in 2006, though. But there was a color that you could get called Carbon, and I really liked getting the fighter. I always imagined that all the Kirbys, each Kirby color was their own character, and they each had their own personalities. And Carbon, he was like the black sheep of the family, right? Because he was black colored. And I would always choose the fighter power for him, and he'd kick people in the head, and he'd be the most violent one. Because Kirby's a lot like the Smileys in a lot of ways, right? So I just made this Cousin Carbon character based on, my role playing in Kirby Squeak Squad. So, Archano, says Donnie. Yes? Where's this guy? Where's this guy? Where do we go? I'll use the tracker. Ring ring. Kinda weird ending. I don't know. Chapter 5. Jack's Crusade. Part 1. While Archano and the Smileys are looking for Melody, Jack is trying to escape from his prison. Jack is sitting in his cell when he sees the key hanging on a hook, so he uses his spirit cube and grabs them with his cube and unlocks the door. Ha ha, chuckles Jack as he escapes. But then, Jack opens the door and sees a mini grenade launcher in his face. Well, I should have figured as much, says Manta. Manta? Says Jack. Why don't you just scurry back in there? Now! Ah! Jack shrieks as he skips back into the room. A few minutes later, Jack creeps towards the door. He opens the door. He sees Manta conveniently sleeping and scuttles outward. But then Manta wakes up. Don't move, says Manta. Jack, thinking quickly, flips the skateboard laying there and skates away. Great. Manta grabs the other skateboard and starts to catch up. Ka-thunk, boom! Ka-thunk, boom! He's shooting at Jack! Ka-thunk, boom! He hits Jack's skateboard! Jack tumbles around. Manta throws him into the cell and welds the lock, then welds the door shut. What a handful, says Manta. Maybe I shouldn't have welded the door. So, a lot of my writing, I came up with the scenes in my head as I would sit on my laptop listening to video game soundtracks. So probably a lot of ones when they were out roaming in the field, I came up with that when I was listening to the Hyrule Field theme. And this scene here, I know exactly the song that made me come up with this one. It's the Corneria. Yeah. It's the Corneria remix from Super Smash Bros. Brawl. That was 100% what this was. And Jack was weaving down this long hallway, looking back at Manta as Manta's also on a skateboard, shooting him with a grenade launcher. Honestly, this scene is a lot cooler than how I wrote it. This does not at all convey how cool it is that there's a skateboard chase and the guy that's chasing him has a grenade launcher. So that's actually awesome. But this is written so poorly that it doesn't convey at all how cool the situation is. Chapter 6. There's Melody. The tracker's working. They're tracking him into a cave with lots of bropen. Donnie says, I'll go in. You stay here. I'll holler if it's okay. A few seconds later. Cheese and rice! Donnie runs out very fast, screaming. All of a sudden, a giant glug-glug runs out. It looks like a spider. Explains the bropen, says Rocky. I'll handle this, says Choppy. Chop, chop, attack! Boom, it explodes. Okay, let's go, says Choppy. Rumble, rumble. Hundreds of them start stampeding out, and bursting from the cave comes a huge blue one. Oh, so that's what Donnie was running from. Run! Screams Choppy as they all dash away in fear and terror. They start to run faster and faster. Ah! Hardcore attack! Huh? Says everyone. Boom! The hardcore attack destroyed all of the little spider glugs. But who detonated it? Oh no! Here comes the big one! Crash! Kick! Whoopsh! All of a sudden, Cousin Carbon crash kicks right through the big spider glug. Carbon! Yells Archano. Yeah, I wasn't busy after all, says Carbon. So honestly, I don't think in the canon Cousin Carbon is any stronger than Choppy or Donnie. Donnie and Choppy are like up here. They're very, very, very strong. As a matter of fact, I think Choppy's here and Donnie's like up here. The Rock Bros are sort of around here, and Cousin Carbon at best is here. So I don't know why people who are at least twice as strong as him need to be saved by him. But Cousin Carbon had to be introduced in a cool way, right? There was like a little notebook I had many years ago when I was probably 10 or younger, where I drew some of these glug glug heads, and one of them was a spider. That's long gone, long lost. I don't have any pictures of him, but I remember it. There was also one that was like a giant. I don't know. I don't think I drew too many glug glug heads, but that's the lore. It's a reference to my former years, my younger years, even younger. So they walk into the cave. There's Melody, yells Donnie. Hi guys. Oh, wait. Bropen. I never explained Bropen. I'm pretty sure Bropen is it's probably like some substance secreted by spiders on Smiley Planet, or a substance secreted by glug glug heads on Smiley Planet. Not really sure, but Bropen is some sort of secretion that's made by these monsters. There's Melody. Hi guys, I'm so glad to see you, Melody says merrily. Archano shakes the bars. Bars are solid. I'll break right through them. Maximum! Wait! Archano just used the key, says Melody. Archano picks up the key sitting on the table and he unlocks the door. And I'm pretty sure that's the chapter, yeah. That's also kind of funny. He's ready to really give he's ready to use his finishing move on the cage, and Melody in his cage is about to go flying. He goes, wait, the key's right over there. As Archano's being extremely hasty. Chapter 7, Jack's Crusade, Part 2. Jack has no way out of the welded cell, but you know him. He'll find a way. Jack paces the floor when he gets an idea. He's going to try a Super Jack attack, like DJ's Super DJ attack. He's never done this before, and he remembers what happened to DJ. Of course, Jack has had it much longer. He gathers his energy. Super Jack attack! Boom! Manta turns around. What the heck? Ha! Free! Squeals Jack as he springs out of the room. Don't think so, chuckles Manta. Okay, Manta, you and me, sword battle, now, says Jack. Pfft. Why would I do that if I can blow you to bits with this grenade launcher? Asks Manta. Maybe because you don't have any left? Says Jack. What? Oh, that's convenient. Whack! Oh! Manta collapses. EPJ? Says Jack. Jack sees evil Pajama Man standing there. Okay, EPJ, I'll fight you instead. No, Jack, I'm not the evil Pajama Man. I'm the Pajama King. What? Wonders Jack. What? You're crazy. Pajama King says I was brainwashed by Simonican. When Manta crash-kicked me, I regained my former self. I am the king of the jammies of the Pajama planet that orbits this one. Oh. Quick! Let's get out of here before he wakes up. They walk outside. Once Manta wakes up, he gets a call on his phone. It's Simonican, and he's very displeased. Your failure has made me realize I can't afford cheap slackers like you and your team. I'm calling the most elite agent in the universe. The Delivery Boy! And on top of that, you're fired. Darn, this isn't going according to plan. I'll have to join them now. The Delivery Boy is too dangerous to let go. A lot of things here. So, this is a bit of foreshadowing. So this is like Age of Ultron, when Thor goes to the pool and there's like foreshadowing of like the stones and everyone's like, what's this all about? This is the dumbest scene in the entire movie. This makes no sense. So this is some foreshadowing. So there's Smiley Planet, and around Smiley Planet is 4 smaller planets that orbit it. And there was going to be a massive war, an organization, a huge saga of the Stormy Squad and other members of the DSA fighting the Shock Legion. And the Shock Legion showed up in A Day and a Kilo. Turtles was a member of the Shock Legion. And I actually like the Shock Legion a lot. There were a lot of crazy characters. The Shock Legion is basically like the Akatsuki or the Espada, right? As a kid, I didn't watch Naruto or Bleach or anything. But this is like my version of that, I guess. Of the Akatsuki or the Espada is the Shock Legion. And the Pajama King, the Pajama King's daughter is in possession of some magical jewel. And honestly, I never decided what the jewels actually do. But the Shock Legion was after the jewels, and therefore after the princesses. And the DSA had to stop them from getting the jewels or something. Pajama King being brainwashed by Simonican. Why? Why did he brainwash the Pajama King? Why didn't he just kill him? I don't know. Okay, so this character, the Delivery Boy? The Delivery Boy is unironically one of my most favorite characters. I love the Delivery Boy. He's one of my favorite characters. As a matter of fact, I want to use him again. The Delivery Boy shows up later. And honestly, at this point, what we know of Simonican is that he's like a 300-foot tall snowman looking, like a green snowman looking monster with like 20 eyes and a mouth full of shark teeth. And he's calling Manta on his phone. This 300-foot tall monster. So that's very stupid. Of course, there's a number of questions like, why is the Pajama King here? Had the Pajama King know Jack was here? How's the Pajama King strong enough to knock Manta out? Who's fallen from terminal velocity? Who's fallen from ridiculous heights and survived? Tanked it effortlessly? Who tanked a Super DJ attack? What we know to be like the strongest move we've seen so far. He just tanked it. Pajama King, I guess that means he's strong. I don't think he's intended to be strong. Chapter 8. Jack finds a way. Jack calls Archano on Pajama King's phone. Meanwhile, Archano's digital synchronizer rings. Huh? It's an unknown number. Don't answer it, says Carbon. Crap, he's not answering, cries Jack. Call it again. Oh, wait, no, text him, says Pajama King. Okay. Meanwhile... Now he's texting me, dirtbag. What's it say? No, wait, it could be a virus. He could steal all the memory on your digital synchronizer, says Choppy. What should I do? Says Archano in a panic. Scan it, says Donnie. It's safe. It's from Jack. Wow, it's long. Yes. Pajama King? Manta? Falcon grenade launcher? Okay, it says meet at Magnum Meal World. I'll call him back. Meanwhile, we'd better ditch the phone. It can be used to track us later on, says Pajama. Fling! Jack throws it into the water. Meanwhile, it says no longer in service. We'd better go to Magnum Meal World, says Archano. So, honestly, not too bad of a scene. Kind of funny that Archano's getting an unknown number and he's really mad about it. Formatting is very bad. Each scene, anytime the scene changes, there should be a new paragraph. So it's really hard to tell what's going on. As usual. They head on their way to Magnum Meal World. Chapter 9, where's DJ? Archano goes to meet Jack at Magnum Meal World. Hey, there he is, says Archano as he goes towards the door. He goes over to Jack's table. Hey, what's up? Asks Archano. Okay, here's the deal. Yes? They all say intently. My buddy PK over there's ordering us all some Magnum meal bowls. Who's PK? Asks Donnie. Oh, here he comes, says Jack. Hey, you look a lot like a guy we know, says Archano. Yep, that's him. Pajama Man, says Jack. Everyone has a weird look on their face. Please, let me explain. I was cursed by Simonican, and when Manta crash-kicked me, the curse was literally knocked right out of me. So I'm actually the Pajama King. Wow, says all. So, how'd you know how many to get? Asks Archano. Oh, what? Meal bowls? DJ's neat grim stat glasses. Jack shows them to Archano. I'm not picking up anything on him, though, says Jack. We better not wait any longer. We're strong enough. We'll defeat Simonican, says Donnie. Agreed. We can't waste any time, says Pajama King. They head out for Simonican's grounds. We've got quite a bit of the book. We're not even halfway through the book yet. And we're already headed to Simonican's grounds. Battle 1. Delivery Boy. Archano, Jack, Pajama King, and the Smileys go through the Psychon path. When all of a sudden, wham! A guy slams into the ground. Meanwhile, we see a scene change. So we're having a change of scene here with the paragraph. So, meanwhile, Manta gets in his MC-24 cruiser and heads to the Psychon path as fast as he can. I hope I'm not too late, says Manta. Why would he be late? Why wouldn't he be at the Psychon path first? Back at the Psychon path. Whoa, says everyone. Delivery special! All of a sudden, vroom! Pff, Manta's hatch flips open and he flies out. Grrrr! Yells Manta as he engages Delivery Boy. Punch, kick! Delivery Boy is swiftly matching Manta blow for blow. Whack! Delivery Boy smacks Manta to the ground. Ha ha! Yells Delivery Boy. Super DJ attack! Boom! Delivery Boy dodges the Super DJ attack. DJ! Yells everyone. Double impact mode! Whack! Boom! Full swing! Chop! Kick! Flip! Dragon and quadrupale! DJ sends Delivery Boy flying. Delivery Boy presses a button and is DBPM cruiser flies and catches him. Whew, he's tough, says DJ. DBPM. DB is delivery boy, obviously. I'm not sure. I don't remember what PM is. But everyone has like their own spaceship. Manta has his own cruiser. Delivery boy has his own cruiser. It's kind of funny. Kind of cool, too, honestly. Everyone has their own like F-Zero machine that flies around in the sky. I'm not sure what the dragon in Quadrupale is. I think it's probably some sort of pile driver. Maybe it's like the Canadian Destroyer. I don't like this at all. I don't like that DJ comes in and defeats my favorite character, the Delivery Boy. Sends him blasting off again like Team Rocket. Delivery Boy's my favorite character, and we didn't even get to see any of them. So I'm really mad right now. Honestly, I'm furious. Chapter 10. Clearing things up. Whoa, DJ, where have you been? What happened? Asks various people in shock and awe after the tremendous battle. Well, let me start from when I woke up. I awoke to a metal box surrounding me and tiny air holes in the top. So he must have wanted me alive for some reason. I panicked at first, but I remembered what the ancient masters said about honing your senses or whatever. So I started to concentrate like Jack was doing in his room for 5 days. That's when I found I could double the impact of my hits. That's so stupid, says a bush. And out from the bush comes this normal-looking guy with a scratchy Aquilonian accent, slurping a Slurpee. That's so stupid! He has an Aquilonian accent. Who are you? Asks Carbon. I'm Sled. I'm super awesome. That's great. You could help us defeat Samonican, says Donnie. No way! I won't help you because I'm awesome. And Sledge opens a portal out of nowhere and disappears. Wow, goes DJ. He had a power rating of over 12,000. What? Well, anyway, what's with Manta? Change of heart? Pfft, asks Jack. No, yells DJ. He's from the Council of the 12 Elements. I was on a secret mission with fellow council member Firefalcon to get hired as a mercenary for Samonigan, but then I got fired for being cheap and bumbling. I'm not really like that, though. I'm quite capable, and I'm a water hand master. Wow, yells everyone. Anyway, yells DJ, I found out when I went into super mode and my hands started to glow with concentrated power. Then I punched through the box, and where I punched exploded. Isn't that cool? Whoa, yes! Could you teach me? Says Jack. Of course, says DJ happily. Oh yeah, here's your glasses, says Jack. Whoa! I'm picking up a huge sexiness reading from Manta, says DJ. What? Says Manta. Your sexiness level is 309. Wow, really? Says Manta. Well, let's go and finish the mission, says Carbon. Of course, says Manta. They walk towards Samonican's grounds. This chapter is a complete cluster, complete mess. Again, Sledge is another character that my sister made up. Really doesn't make any sense being here. I don't think he always had the power to teleport. I don't think she gave him the power to teleport. But being able to teleport was like a big deal for like keeping the princesses safe in the future. So this was like sort of trying to set that up, I guess. But him just being in a bush and slurping a Slurpee is very stupid. Very bad. He has a power rating of 12,000. We don't know if that's high. Is that high? We don't know what anyone else's is. Completely all over the place. Dumb. I like that Manta has the highest sexiness level of everyone. Chapter 11, The Barrier. They walk towards the grounds. Jack says, wouldn't that just be our luck if there were some goofy barrier of some sort, like with everyone else? Hey, look, a neat rock. They walk over to a rock with a cool snowflake design in it. How would this happen? Asks DJ. It wouldn't, says Donnie. Yeah, it looks like it was intentionally put here, says P. King. It looks like the snow seal that's up on the mountain in the field south of the volcanic pools, says Choppy. Cool. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll go see it after we whip Simonican, says DJ. So we're seeing... I'm glad that I'm utilizing more of the characters here. That the characters that are here are actually talking to each other. And it's not just DJ and occasionally Jack. Everyone's contributing. Still, Melody has nothing to say. We're getting more dialogue from Pajama King and Choppy, who's not even part of the Stormy Squad. But I'm glad that more people are talking. They walk towards the grounds. Again. And wouldn't you know it, a barrier shows up. Jack says, I'll take care of this. And he whips out the blue pieces and puts them together. He slices through the barrier, but it instantaneously regenerates. Crap! What do we do now? Says Jack. Maybe this stone is a keyhole and the snow seal is the key, says DJ. No, that's stupid. Or not, says Jack. The Stormy Squad can get the snow seal while the rest of us prepare for battle. I've got loads of equipment at my safe house. Oh, it'd be better if we were all well equipped, says Manta. Cool, says Jack. The Stormy Squad is going to get the snow seal. The final battle approaches. I really like the idea of a safe house. If you ever watched any of the RGBFFA episodes, Red Team Base, that was something that was called the Whittle House, that my Uncle Lawrence would go, and he would go up there and whittle and look at the forest and the lake and watch the deer run past. We went up there and we tore it up, and it's still torn up to this day. The way it looks in RGBFFA, that's what it looks like now. But we had all sorts of plans for it. We were going to put beds up in there. We were going to make that into our safe house. It was going to be like a little clubhouse so we could go down there and hang out and have a camp out down there. We never did. It would be cool to do that for sure. It definitely would be cool, but we just never did it. And that was going to be the safe house of fire. I think I even drew the symbol, the fire symbol, on the door or something. Manta, Peking, and the Smileys head for Manta's safe house. Oh, I'm sorry. Chapter 12, Traverse the Mountain. They head for the safe house, and the Stormy Squad heads towards the mountain. DJ makes a cloud, and they fly and stop by the DSA testing grounds. Johnny's there getting ready to test some sort of vehicle that looks like Santa's sleigh. Hey, Johnny, what's this? Asks DJ. Oh, it's just a vehicle that I'm taking to the mountain to test. See, it has these things that are like the things inside of a snowblower on the sides here, and if it works, it's supposed to move you forward by pushing the snow behind you, but I'm doubting this engine that Lonnie installed, says Johnny. Why, what's wrong with it? Asks Jack. Well, it's really small. He claims it has the power of a locomotive, but I have my doubts. Well, that's just perfect. We can test it, says DJ. Jack whispers over to DJ and says, We don't have time to be playing around. Why can't we just take a cloud? DJ whispers back, Because I can't fly a cloud below 33 degrees, so it works out anyway. So they take the vehicle to the summit. Okay, it works just like a car. So, you good? Says Johnny. Yeah, let's see how this thing drives, says Jack. Vroom! He starts the sleigh and he puts it in drive. It slowly starts to go forwards. Wow, this thing works great, says Jack. They drive it uphill until they reach the top. So, this sleigh thing's kind of cool. This is probably a lesson I learned from the first book, and maybe even the second one. The cloud is OP. They can just go anywhere on the cloud. So coming up with a reason like he can't fly the cloud below 33 degrees, which I don't remember. In the Christmas special, does he fly on a cloud? Coming up with a lore reason as to why they should take this sleigh thing. And the sleigh is cool. It's Santa's sleigh. And it's like a snowmobile. And they all fit inside. That's kind of cool. Battle 2. Snowmonican. They reach the top. It's right in sight. They drive towards the seal. All of a sudden, boom! A giant monster comes up from the ground. It looks just like Snowmonican, but it's white. It picks the sleigh up by the snowblowers and rips them off. He throws them to the ground. It starts blasting them with ice. Jack puts a cube around them. It throws a giant shard of ice at them. DJ jumps out of the way and blasts it with fire. It instantly melts. DJ charges up. Conflagration condensation! Ooh. It falls to the ground. They go and grab the seal. Then, in the cloud of smoke, they see glowing blue eyes. Yeah, there should be a picture of Snowmonican here. This is what Form 2 Snowmonican looks like. He looks like Cooler, except he's like got blue skin, I guess, and blue eyes instead of red. Snowmonican Form 2. They see glowing blue eyes, and they all simultaneously shriek. Ah! Archano flips the sleigh upright, and they all hop in while Archano's pushing it towards the slope. Then he jumps in. They're accelerating uncontrollably. Jack starts to scream, "Ah, slow it down, slow it down!" Then they see this horrible beast sliding down on its hands. Speed it up, screams Jack. Then they go over a huge bump. Then the monster starts running and speeds up, then jumps over them and starts running uphill towards them. They flip over on a flat spot. The beast stands up on 2 feet and runs for them. Jack engages in combat. Whoa, Jack's power level is 3,950, but that thing is over 4,000, says DJ. Then Jack kicks it out onto the ground. Then it charges DJ. DJ goes, "Conflagration!" and sends the monster backwards. Then DJ shoots. Lightning swat! Boom! Snowmonican took it head on. It gets up and starts blasting ice energy every which way. "All right, time to get serious," says Jack as he's powering up into super form. "Ha ha," yells Jack. "Wow, now his power reading is over 8,000, says DJ. "Okay, how about this? Super Jack attack!" Boom! Snowmonican disappears into a puff of blue smoke. They've won! This scene is actually really cool. This scene is actually so cool, but it's written so badly. Once again, a very cool scene ruined by bad writing. It's kind of funny, because this thing is like on its paws. It looks like Cooler, but it's like has its paws and it's sliding down the hill chasing them. And Jack's afraid of going too fast first, and then he sees this thing. He's like, go faster, go faster!" So this sequence, it's kind of cool, because the monster starts, like, galloping down the mountain even faster. He turns around and lunges towards them as he's running uphill now towards them to intersect with them. But it's written so badly, you can't even tell what's going on. We learn a little bit about the super form, that it roughly doubles your power level. Going into super form roughly doubles your power level. This is the first monster that has not tanked, the first monster that has not been one-shotted by the lightning swat. We're at the point where the lightning swat is obsolete. Lightning swat no longer gets the job done. Jack kind of gets some spotlight. I like that. Jack's one of my favorite characters, so I'm glad he gets a little spotlight and defeats this monster that DJ couldn't one-shot with the lightning swat. As a matter of fact, it seemed to tank the lightning swat. Chapter 13. Call everyone. They slide down the rest of the mountain until they see Johnny. "What just happened? What happened to the sled?" asks Johnny in a huff. "Well, it worked until we almost got killed by a monster with a power rating of 2,350. Then it transformed and its power level was over 4,000. But then Jack transformed into super mode and he was over 8,000. Oh, geez, sorry. But then Jack transformed into super mode and he was over 8,000 and he blasted a 24,000 SPU super Jack attack." Oh, Okay, I'll build a new one then. But it worked? Yeah, it worked, says Archano. They head towards Manta's safe house. Meanwhile, at Manta's safe house, Fire Falcon is manufacturing some bombs. Holy crap, Fire Falcon, you've really bulked up, says Choppy. He says, Choppy, call everyone. Everyone? Yes, everyone. Choppy calls Rudy with his animal powers, Shiny with his power of reflection, Donnie Jr., who's an expert martial artist, Snowy with his freeze powers, Frankie with his excellent magic powers, Penguin with similar animal powers to Rudy's, Pinky and Mandarini, who have excellent tag team moves. Then all of a sudden, Bluey shows up with his hair all on ice. Whoa, says Donnie Baby Jr. Who did your hair? That guy from the internet. The dancing guy, says Bluey. Clumsy? Gasps everyone. Then Pinky and Mandarini go, yeah! Then Clumsy shows up and says, Quaid. Clumsy Quaid, as he slicks back his ears with his mucus. Pinky and Mandarini yell, Clumsy! Then Clumsy says, hey guys. Then Penguin goes up to him and says, how's it going, Clumsy? Pretty good. How about you, Penguin? Then Rudy asks, how do you know Clumsy? Then Penguin says, oh, we go way back. I took him to the hospital when he fell from the sky and got run over by a truck. Yeah, we go way back, says Clumsy. He was actually in one of my videos on Clumsy he was actually in one of my videos on clumsysocool.com. But I'm not going to talk about that anymore. I'm seriously needed for once. Because Clumsy just sits at his apartment in Palace City all day making dance videos. So you've seen all of these characters. If you've watched the things I use as action figures, you'll remember these characters. And this entire Clumsy thing is a reference to, and again, the sister that I don't really talk to anymore, she came up with the Clumsy character. She was a massive influence. Her creativity contributed so much to my early writing career. But what's this about, Fire Falcon? Asks Pinky. We're here to launch an attack on Simonican's grounds. We'll need a sophisticated attack plan. At that moment, the Stormy Squad appears. Okay, we're here. Holy crap, is that Clumsy Quaid from clumsysocool.com? Sure is. The one and only. Got that right, says Clumsy. My voice is too deep. I'm a baritone. Clumsy has a very high voice. Okay, we need to make a plan of attack. The best thing is that he doesn't know. He probably has delivery boy looking for us, so that's why we're at this remote location. Then Manta comes inside. We've got a problem. Yeah, Clumsy is one of, definitely the favorite character for sure. I'm glad he makes an appearance in the books. Chapter 14. The capsaicin. Which is, of course, a play on the word capsaicin. And you'll see why. What's wrong, Manta? Asks Clumsy. We're surrounded by hundreds, maybe even thousands. Thousands of what? Capsaicin glugs. Okay, guys, who's going first? Asks Clumsy Quaid. Everyone, yells Frankie. They all run outside. Penguin goes for a beak rush, but he burns himself on the capsaicin. Capsaicin glugs are made from the most evil things, like onions and garlic and habaneros. Pretty much a spicy salsa monster. Looks like the only way we'll be able to defeat these things is with energy blasts, says Clumsy. Okay then, hardcore attack, yells Carbon. Get a load of this, Donnie Baby Jr. and Rocky say in unison. Extra volume, Turquoise Beam. Then Clumsy throws a bunch of his white energy balls at them. Then Penguin goes super mystic ice breath and starts freezing them, which makes the Smileys able to punch and kick them away. But all of a sudden, one sets Manta's safe house on fire. "No, run! There are bombs in there!" yells Fire Falcon. DJ makes a cloud as fast as he can, and then everyone jumps on. Then boom! A huge explosion blows all the capsaicin glugs away. "Darn it! We'll have to go to my safe house," says Fire Falcon. They head towards the safe house of fire. This is like supposed to be the Wakanda scene in Infinity War, when the entire team finally gets to show off all their stuff against nameless monsters that they could just destroy. And a lot like those scenes, this is not all that great. Can't really tell what's going on. It's kind of cool, but it doesn't make for very good storytelling. Battle 4. Delivery Boy 2. The crew flies towards Fire Falcon's safe house after capsaicin glugs burn down Manta's safe house. Jack has some multicolored, artificially and naturally flavored candies and asks anyone if they want any. DJ is excited to accept Jack's offer. "Hey, make sure it's not purple, because if it's purple, well, I hate the purple ones." "Fine. How about green? That's your favorite color." "No way, those taste like toilet bowl cleaner. Nothing natural about that," says DJ. "How do you know what toilet bowl cleaner tastes like?" asks Jack. "It tastes like toilet bowl cleaner smells," replies DJ. "I know what toilet bowl cleaner tastes like," says Jack. "How do you know?" asks DJ. "I've tasted everything." "Everything?" asks DJ. "Everything! Except for 2 things." "Do I want to know what they are?" asks DJ. "No." Kind of a funny scene. In real life, I do like the ones that taste like toilet bowl cleaner. I do like those, so. All of a sudden, they're hit by a massive energy wave and are struck to the ground. Thud! They all hit the ground. Clumsy looks up and sees the DBPM. He yells, "Oh my gosh, it's the Delivery Boy, the most notorious assassin this side of the galaxy!" "Yeah, he's been pursuing us," says Archano. The Delivery Boy's DBPM hurls towards the group. They all jump out of the way before they're crushed. All of a sudden, a bear, not to be confused with Bear the animal, the bear is a popular mode of transportation on Spiley Planet, pops out. "Yeah, ha ha! How are you doing, lads? You're pretty tough, you know, being able to push me back. But I was being a stupid fool. I haven't had a decent challenge in years. I didn't think that there were people besides the ancient masters that had that kind of power." Clumsy blasts the bear. Delivery jumps out and spearheads Archano in the temple. He's sent hurling 9 yards. Archano gets up. "Aye, that should have killed ya. You're all a tough bunch, eh? I don't be thinking I have a chance against all you at once. But I could try! Delivery special!" He sends the delivery special into the ground and it explodes with tremendous force, blasting everyone every which way. "I'll be seeing you at the grounds if you're all still so confident in truth and justice or whatever." Delivery Boy presses a button on a remote and his DBPC shows up. He gets in and drives off. DJ gets up. "Is everyone okay?" "Oh, yeah. I took it head on to try to avoid too much damage to everyone else," says Jack. "Wow, Jack, how heroic of you." "I think we should get to the safe house as fast as we can," says Fire Falcon. DJ makes another cloud and all the smileys and everyone gets on. DJ blasts off full speed, around 137 miles per hour. They get to the safe house and go inside. My favorite character gets some screen time, gets some respect. He just took on everyone and won. Although, he hightailed it out of there because he used his most powerful attack. And there was no way he was going to fight them all. That didn't kill anyone. But he was there to intimidate them. This bear, It's like a wagon with feet on it, and the feet sort of like go like this. And I made those in a game called Lego Creator, where I would make these things and they would like run around, and I'd put people inside of them and they'd like go on the road. I would spend so many hours trying to make cars, trying to make things actually work the right way. And these bears, they would gallop. And how fast they went was based on the face of the Lego man you put on top of it. The one with the sunglasses was the fastest. I don't really... So Delivery Boy's accent is kind of like a Scottish pirate, I guess? I don't know. He's Scottish. Delivery Boy is Scottish. The spearhead is kind of a cool move. It's just where you use the knuckle of your finger, and you punch someone like that, like right there in the temple with just your knuckle. So that's... just pressing against my temple like that hurts. Imagine getting punched there. The DBPC is different from the DBPM. So he has another cruiser, but this is a different model. I don't describe what they look like, so I don't really know. I like that DJ blasts off at 137 miles an hour. Around 137. Maybe 136.3. Maybe 137.5. It's around 137. Why'd I pick that number? I don't know. This is a fast number, I guess. Chapter 15. The Plan. Final Ambush. Okay, now that Delivery Boy knows about the ambush, all we can do now is go for a full force attack, says Fire Falcon. Then Clumsy says, "That's not a problem. The only difficult parts will be Delivery Boy and Simonican, considering the Glugs are relatively weak." Okay, then the Smileys will work on mowing down the Glugs, while the humans will work on subduing Delivery Boy. Then we'll all head straight for Simonican, says Manta. Okay, the field looks like this. So the Smileys will go straight into the Glugs, while us humans surround the Delivery Boy and attack, says Fire Falcon as he lays the map. The plan is set. It's time. Time to end tyranny. Simonican's not really done anything evil. What did he do? Why do we hate him? Why do we want him to go down? He's just the bad guy, I guess. I am liking the pacing. The pacing after the squad got together. I'm enjoying the pacing a little bit more. A lot of it felt rushed. A lot of the earlier ones felt rushed. The first two felt really rushed. I'm kind of enjoying the pacing to this one. Chapter 16, Ninja Vikings? They gear up and fly out on DJ's cloud. They fly until they get to the Psychon path. They slowly walk out into the field. All of a sudden, giant airships come from beyond the horizon. They're Ninja Viking ships? Oh no, they're Ninja Viking ships! All headed by the Delivery Boy. Well, there goes the plan. Attack! Screams Manta. Everyone starts attacking. From out of Simonican's grounds come hundreds of thousands of Glugs. Oh no, says Clumsy. They're blasting and fighting every which way. Delivery Boy crashes down in front of them, and behind him stand 1,000,000 Glugs and 10,000 Ninja Vikings. Aye, looks like you've decided to accept. Of course, you're all no match for 1,000,000 Glugs and 10,000 Ninja Vikings, eh? Us Smileys alone can take out all 1,000,000 Glugs and then take care of 10,000 Ninja Vikings, says Donnie. Yeah, we've dealt with worse, says Carvin. Oh, really? You have? You've dealt with 10,000 of the most ruthless killers in the world? And 1,000,000 bioengineered monsters? This'll be interesting. Charge! All 1,000,000 Glugs and all 10,000 Ninja Vikings charge towards them all. Hardcore attack! Chop chop attack! Extra volume turquoise beam! The fight is on. This is the finale. Finale 1. Simonican. Actually, I'm kind of liking this. Yeah. Aside from the regular, like, everything that I can say about my writing around this time, like, the same thing can be said about this. But I'm actually kind of enjoying this. And I love Delivery Boy. I love that he's Scottish. So Delivery Boy, he's like John Cena. He's got a green shirt, green hat, jacked, completely stacked, very wide shoulders. He wears like yellow pants. I guess they're like cargo pants. And he's got red gloves and red boots. And he's my favorite character. My Scottish accent's not good, sorry. Now, we're on page 39 of 53, and we're at finale 1. So we've got a way to go. A dark black cloud covers the continent. Explosions everywhere. The Smileys are fighting all of the Glugs and Ninja Vikings at once. The Delivery Boy stands in front of the humans. Well, you'll have to fight me sooner or later. Go towards Samonica's grounds. We'll take care of Delivery Boy, says Manta to the Stormy Squad. The squad runs past Delivery Boy and towards the grounds. All right, your move, says Delivery Boy. Manta and Fire Falcon charge. Manta goes to kick Delivery Boy in the head, but he blocks it. Fire Falcon runs up to Delivery Boy and goes, Conflagration! It knocks Delivery Boy back. Delivery Boy punches Manta in the chest and kicks Fire Falcon in the head. Yikes, lads, you might need a wee bit more than that, says Delivery Boy, ever so smug. You haven't won yet, screams Manta as he gets up and blasts into Water Hand. Fire Falcon gets up and goes into Fire Hand. Oh, impressive lights there, lads. Swing, swing, miss. They can't seem to land a hit on him. Meanwhile, the Stormy Squad is right outside Samonican's grounds, where a volcano exploded 100 years ago, and it's just a pool of magma now. They look down and see a bubbling lake of molten lava. The bubbles start to burst higher and higher. Jack leans over and a bubble lands on his shirt. Go! Shrieks Jack as he throws his shirt off. Whoa, Jack, I didn't know you had six-pack abs. Six-pack of abs, stupid. Out from the lava comes Samonican, spewing fire and lava from his mouth. Uh-oh, says Jack. Lightning swat! It's a direct hit. It does nothing. Yikes, says DJ. Looks like we might need to go into super form, huh? Asks Jack. I'm guessing so if lightning swat didn't do anything, says DJ. Ha! They both yell in sync. Jack flies towards Samonican and DJ follows. Hey Jack, remember the weak point on Mechamonican? Yes, a big conspicuous X on his second mound. I'm not sure how that helps us here. Oh yeah, I forgot. DJ goes up and punches Samonican in the side. DJ hurt his fist. Oh my god, his skin's like armor! Samonican slaps DJ down onto the ground. Jack flies down to him. Any ideas, Jack? You've been right so far. What if we both hit him on that red thing on his head? Won't hurt to try. They both fly above his head. Super DJ attack! Super Jack attack! Boom! Samonican falls into the fiery ooze. DJ and Jack land. Well, that was easier than I thought, says Jack. Wait, what's that? Asks DJ as he points to a mysterious parachute thing coming from Samonican's head. I don't know, we better follow it. DJ makes a cloud and everyone hops on. So DJ and Jack really get the spotlight here. There's this thing about Mechamonican, and again, that's something from like the SSH sagas that I never wrote. So this is something that happens in the prequels to Stormy Squad Adventures that I never wrote. Just was never inspired, I guess. Jack has a six-pack. A DJ lands on the ground, and I'm not sure how, since we already established that the floor is lava. Finale 2. True Samonican. Now, I just thought this was a cool name. Before we even start, no blasphemy intended, okay? None at all. So they land in the Valley of Golgotha. I have to interject. So in my imagination, when I close my eyes, often when I was younger, I would see this massive valley. And it filled me with like such awe that up on this side was a mountain, up on this side was another mountain, and down was just a plain in this valley. No trees or anything really, just like really flat. And that inspired me, that thought inspired me, and I would imagine myself running around and spinning and flying on the cloud and things like that. And that's where the final battle takes place. This is that final battle in like one of the most evocative images in my imagination. I would fall asleep thinking about that often, about that valley. "Who goes there?" yells Archano. The mysterious man wearing a cloak turns around. "Who is that?" asks DJ. "You mean you don't know who I am?" says the mysterious man. "Actually, I don't," says DJ. He flips around and throws his cloak. "Me, Simonica Neekin." "Who? That last name sounds familiar," says DJ. "You dope. My name's Simon Neekin. Simon is short for Simonican, you idiot. You seriously had no idea?" "Oh my god, I remember you. What's this about? A grudge against me in the DSA?" asked DJ. "Of course not. I'm after something much, much bigger, and you're in the way of it." Simonican runs up to DJ and punches him into a rock. Archano runs over and gets kicked in the chest. Melody starts to run. "Oh, get back here." Simonican chases him. Jack runs over to DJ. "I know what we have to do." Simonican's like really this edgy guy. At this point, he's got like a goatee. So he's got this goatee, and his hair is like kind of, I guess it's about this length, but it's really straight, just straight down. And he's got kind of a mullet, I guess. Black hair, very pale skin. I think he had gray eyes. And he's ragdolling the Stormy Squad. Actually, Simonican, this character, Simonican the man, is, honestly, I like him a lot. I actually like him a lot. He's going to come back. In my future writings, hopefully. Simonican the man. In a different form, but this character, I'm actually quite a fan of. Back in front of the grounds, Manta and Fire Falcon are pursuing Delivery Boy. Manta goes for a water hand punch, while simultaneously Fire Falcon goes for a fire hand punch. Whap! Delivery Boy grabs both of their fists. "Yikes, don't you guys have some sort of special move?" Accent's so bad. "You're boring me by failing to even land one blow." "I guess we've got no choice," says Fire Falcon. "Okay, ready?" "Conflagration condensation! Irrigation condensation! That's what I'm talking about! Delivery special!" Boom! Delivery Boy's delivery special in a clash with Manta's irrigation and Fire Falcon's conflagration. "Ah! I love this!" yells Delivery Boy. "Manta, I don't know how much longer I can hold this," says Fire Falcon. "Me neither. We'll have to give it all we've got." They both yell in sync. I should explain Fire Hand. This is part of a much bigger project. I bit off way more than I could chew for this. There's the 12 elements, and they each have their own martial art. So there's the Council of the 12 Elements. Manta is the member of water. He's a master of water hand. Fire Falcon's the fire member of the Council of 12 Elements. He has fire hand, obviously. And he's actually using some fire moves like conflagration, condensation. That's a move we've seen DJ use. DJ does not have fire hand, though. He doesn't use fire hand. He doesn't use the martial art. He uses fire, but he doesn't use the martial art. The 12 elements, maybe I should make a video on this one day. But it was fire, water, ice, lightning, grass, rock, air, sky, spirit, shadow, light, and metal. And there was only one person that had metal hand. A character I'm quite fond of. And the character that's going to show up again in my future writings. I never actually wrote a story about this guy, though. Unfortunately. Because he was so strong. He couldn't show up too early. He was too strong. But I'm sorry. Let's get back to the story. Back in the valley, DJ gets up. "Quick, Jack, the blue pieces!" says DJ. "Huh?" says Samonican. He runs over right when Jack hands DJ the blue cup. Smash! Samonican slams it against a boulder. "No, not the cup!" "Jack, you have anything left?" asks DJ. "Plenty," says Jack. They both yell in unison. Jack and DJ both go after Samonican. Punch, kick. Whap. They knock him to the ground. He gets up. Archano jumps up from behind DJ and Jack. Maximum headbutt! Crack hack! Samonican flies into another boulder. I'm losing. I can't lose after all this. What to do? I've got it. Samonican thinks to himself. He gets up and starts to grunt, seemingly in agony. He starts to ripple. He starts to grow fangs. He's growing bigger. Fur's popping out. It's a black jackal? He gets down on all fours. Then he stands upright. Roars the black jackal. So this black jackal, but yeah, like this Ganon. Imagine this mixed with something like this. So something like this mixed with something like this. And that's what this thing looks like that they're fighting. The black jackal. And imagine that the Ganon theme from Ocarina of Time is playing as well during this. Kind of makes it a little more epic. Finale 3. Black Jackal. Jack runs over to Samonican and goes, oh, actually, this is something that happened in real life. The blue cup was real. The blue cup existed in real life. And someone broke it on me. The blue cup was like a chalice. It was a blue chalice. And someone broke it on me. I came home. I looked in the sink and it was broken into bits. It was my favorite cup. I love drinking out of that thing. It's long gone. Long gone. Destroyed. Jack runs over to Samonican and goes for a punch to the face. Whack! It does nothing. Jack is hurt by his own punch. DJ runs over. Kick! It's ineffective. Yells the black jackal. Archano goes over to it and holds its arms behind its back. Quick, do it! Got it. Super DJ attack! Super Jack attack! The smoke settles. And it's still standing. It breaks Archano's grip and throws him to the ground. Kick! He kicks Archano out of the way. No, that was the rest I had. Jack? No. I'm out too. Back at the field, the Smileys are winning. They're defeating the Glugs. Only a few left. Delivery Boy pushes his attack harder and pushes it towards Manta and Fire Falcon. Come on, I can't hold this much longer, says Fire Falcon. Me neither. What do we do? Carbon and Clumsy see Manta and Firefalcon in the struggle. Let's go, says Carbon. Crash, kick. They both crash kick Delivery Boy in the neck. Delivery Boy drops his guard. Manta and Firefalcon use the rest of their energy to blast Delivery Boy. Whew, that was close, says Manta as he collapses. Back in the valley, the Black Jackal closes in on DJ and Jack. I've got to do something, says Melody. Screams Melody as he goes to hit Simonican. Simonican just slaps him in the face and sends him flying. Jack stands up. I'm going for it. Give me the sword. No, Jack, you'll be killed. You really think so? I think I'll take my chances. Jack takes the sword. Come on, puppy, woof woof! Jack, what are you doing? That's so corny, don't mock it! I know what I'm doing. Simonican dashes after Jack, and Jack jumps over it and stabs it in the back. It falls over and skids across the ground. Jack falls to his knees. Through the smoke, Jack sees it stand up and take the sword out of its back. No! Simonican dashes towards Jack and grabs him with his mouth. DJ sees him and his eyes glow with lightning and his hair starts to glow with fire. In the field, Firefalcon gets up. Delivery Boy jumps out and smashes him in the face onto the ground. Delivery Special! No! Screams Manta. He smashes the delivery special with his right hand back at the Delivery Boy, and it hits him right in the chest and sends him to the air. And he flops on the ground. Manta, your hand! Manta looks at his hand, and it's gone! So Manta just got Luke Skywalker, he just got Anakin Skywalkered. No. I can't. I'll end up hurting them all. Gotta find some other way. DJ swallows the stormy energy. He starts glowing a deep blue, but there's something different. It's all dingy. Simonican sees DJ standing up and throws Jack into the air and spikes him at DJ. DJ catches Jack and lays him on the ground. You've hurt all of my friends. And this is where it stops! DJ's dingy blue energy immediately turns to a bright orange. DJ punches Simonic in the face, and it slashes DJ with its claws. But DJ's unaffected. DJ kicks it into the air. Its mouth starts to glow. Boom! It shoots dark energy from its mouth. It hits DJ. Simonican lands right on top of him. Simonican rolls off and DJ's just laying there. It turns around and starts walking towards Archano. DJ gets up and punches Simonican in the back where Jack stabbed it. Mega DJ attack! DJ shoots the Mega DJ attack into the wound. It falls to the ground, and Simonican returns to his human form. DJ is gasping for breath, and he collapses. So, that's the end of the battle. I want to explain something that really, this doesn't make any sense if you didn't read the prequels, which were never written. So, his eyes glow with lightning and his hair starts to glow with fire. There's this is like the Avatar state, kind of, that when DJ's near death, this is like his every anime thing. It's like a Nine Tails state or demon mode or whatever. Every anime protagonist has one of these, and I did this back. I guess this was after Avatar: The Last Airbender, but all the anime protagonists have this. So this is DJ's version of this. That when he's beaten down and near death, all of his base powers, I guess, swell up, and he takes on an uncontrollable form called Stormy, where he's like using all the powers at once to their fullest extent. I don't really know. Epilogue. The Smileys round up the humans and take them to Johnny's hospital. Quick, Johnny Manta needs immediate attention, squeals Donnie. Why? What happened? Asks Johnny. He had his hand blown off, says Clumsy. Well, do you at least have his hand? Asks Johnny. No, it got blown off, squeals Clumsy. Well, I have been working on something. Johnny takes Manta back to his bench, and he injects some morphine without his permission. Okay, this might take a while, so go treat the others, Lonnie. DJ wakes up to Lonnie in his face. He's in a hospital bed, and he sees Jack, Archano, and Melody awake in hospital beds. Firefalcon comes in with some Magnum Meal World for them all. You're suffering from some exhaust, and some minor scrapes, says Lonnie to DJ. Jack had it pretty bad. He had 3 teeth marks all up his side, and some bad bruising. Archano had some scrapes and bruising, but also a strange hairline skull fracture. And Melody has some scrapes and severe diarrhea. Manta's hand got blown off completely, but Johnny's working on that. Probably some robotic hand or something. All of a sudden, Johnny comes busting through the door. The robotic hand's done! Now all we need to do is wait for him to wake up. I think I might have given him too much morphine. But how you guys doing? I'm feeling okay, says DJ. My head hurts, says Archano. Well, I can move now, says Jack. And Melody jumps up from his bed and runs to the bathroom. A few days later, everyone is feeling just fine. They go into Manta's room and they see Johnny fussing with his hand. Okay, you'll have to recharge it every few months or so. I've installed a full neat-germ system into your hand. Also a watch, projector, scissors, knife, bottle opener, cell phone, a live news feed. Johnny blabbers on and no one is paying attention anymore. Looks like I won't be able to use water hand on this hand anymore, huh? Says Manta, kind of sad. Oh ho ho, I've taken care of that too. Try it. Manta's robot hand glows with blue water energy. Whoa, says Manta. Wow, you're like a cyborg now, says DJ. Oh, and about that metallic appearance, I've also made a simplified version that will match your skin tone, says Johnny. Match my skin tone? This looks real. Exactly. It doesn't have a neat-germ system or a knife or anything else, but it still has the watch, because that's the only part that needs to stay connected. And so peace returned to the land, seemingly forever. The self-proclaimed Lord of Evil has been defeated. But the flame of evil can never truly be extinguished. So our heroes wait for that day when they are needed once again. But until that day, they will return to their normal lives. Next time! The DSA games are starting. A mindless monster appears. Mysterious challenges arise. And new discoveries are made. Who will win the Ultimate Champions Cup in Stormy Squad Adventures, the DSA games, War for the World Cup? Unfortunately, War for the World Cup never got written. I never wrote it. Another one of my favorite characters gets introduced, theoretically, they would have gotten introduced had the book been written. Simonican's brother, Ninja, who also, Ninja, is way stronger than Simonican. Ninja is one of my favorite characters. He's a swordsmith. He's like 7 feet tall. And what he does is he takes raw metal and he takes his finger and whoosh, makes a sword out of it. He can also, if you watch an explosion in slow motion, there's a big shockwave that comes off of it. He could just shoot those shockwaves out of his hands. Unfortunately, that book never got written. But let's talk about this book. I think this was a little bit better than Blue Pieces in the Phantom. Not as much memorable stuff happened. Like, I think of Blue Pieces in the Phantom, and I think of the pirate ship, and I think of the scene in Evil Pajama Man's lair. I guess this had some stuff poorly executed, unfortunately, in a lot of ways. But the pacing, I'm getting a sense of pacing at this point. How long it takes for stuff to happen is better. The fight against Simonican was good. It was good. It wasn't written that great. It was about as good as the rest of the book, but the pacing of it was good, and the things that happened, I think, were okay. They were good. So you do see the progression. It's getting slowly better. So I don't know if anyone's gonna watch any of these videos, honestly, but I want to keep making these writing videos. I'll have to look at projects that I didn't finish, because the next project that I finished really definitively was this year. Oh well, in 2020, in April of 2020, really in September of 2020. I went in and I said, okay, this is a definitive version of this book, and I want to read that for you. I want to show you how far I've come. It's called Languedoc Luck, and I just want to see. The word count of this book is 7,076. The word count in one chapter of Languedoc Luck is like 7,000. So I want to read some more stuff for you, but that's the trilogy. And I think we really ended strong. We ended on a strong note. Delivery Boy. Obviously, I love Delivery Boy. Delivery Boy is one of my favorite characters. Clumsy appeared. This really was the best book. I said this was Return of the Jedi. It's not. This is the best one. The last one in the trilogy is the best one. What else can you say that for? What other series could you say that for? Of course, it's really not saying much, but I think it's interesting to see the progression of my writing slowly improving. But yeah, I want to keep looking at my writing and sort of see how it gets better. I didn't attempt writing another novel for. I didn't try to write another book for like another 6 years. Really, 2014 was the next time I even tried writing a novel. But in between there's some other stuff. I think there's the screenplay that I wrote about Fire Falcon, but I'll have to go back and look, because I did do quite a bit of writing between this 2008, 2009, and 2014 when I tried writing again. But yeah, thanks for being along for the ride. It's been nice to go back and look at the beginning of my writing career, because this is the last thing I finished. This is the last thing I finished until like just recently. So thanks for coming along for the ride, and I hope to see you back when we do some more writing videos, because this has been fun. I want to do more of these.